All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. Now, this video is very, very interesting because it's scripture. It's very interesting, but it's scripture. And the thing that's ironic about this is that the men of the Lord have been saying that Abraham Lincoln and President Kennedy, President Kennedy came back, as Abraham Lincoln. So look at the correlations between this. I'm going to get a couple of scriptures. I'm only highlighting the fact because you have a lot of people who do not believe in reincarnation. And when the Lord said that it's nothing new under the sun, that's what it means. So hopefully this video will be edifying.
You better wake up and find out has been around you all of your life. You just didn't see it. Example, Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946.
So real quick, that's 100 years. What did the Lord say about people coming back in 3-4 generations? So according to generations, 25 years. 25 times 4 is 100. But I want to get a scripture to back it up. So it said, Yahweh is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd, 4th generation. So this scripture will be contradicting because it says, right, the fathers upon the children, but everybody pays for their own sin. So what do the scripture mean? You come back through your seed line. If I had a son and my son had a son and his son had a son, I could come out through that son or the next one after that, because that's 3-4 generations. So, and just to back it up that everybody, get judged for their own sins. The father shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man should be put to death for his own sin. So remember Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children, because the ungodly children will complain of an ungodly father. So when the people be like, oh, that wasn't me, that was my forefathers, you are your forefathers. But let's go back. This video is crazy.
Abe Lincoln was a real truth. You better wake up and find out has been around you all of your life. You just didn't see it. Example, Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946. Abe Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John Kennedy was elected president 1960. The names Lincoln and Kennedy both contain 7 letters. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both of the president's wives lost children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday in the head. President Lincoln's secretary was named Miss Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Miss Lincoln. Both were.
Now, come on, that is too many correlations. And you would have somebody who don't have wisdom and be like, oh, that's just a coincidence. That's a hell of a coincidence. That probability is very, very unlikely. All right. So another thing, too. Let me get the scripture real quick. I already quoted it, but I want to read it because, this is literally what this video is about. The thing that have been is that which shall be. So the thing that have been was Abraham Lincoln. And what it shall be is President Kennedy coming back. And that which is done is that which shall be done. They both got assassinated on Friday, shot in the head. All right. and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may say, see, this is new? It has already been of old time, which was before us. So everything is predestinated. Everything is going to play out its role. And another example, the Roman Empire, right? So when you go to Revelation 13:3, it said that the deadly wound was healed. That's Rome falling, and it came back as we know as America today. And the correlations with that, some quick ones: to be a doctor, a lawyer, a botanist, which deal with plants, a cosmetology dealing with the the suns. I mean, not the sun, the constellations. All right, like the stars and stuff like that. All those professions, you have to know Latin or Greek, which was the main languages in the Roman Empire. And then even in third grade, you got to know Roman numerals. Why is the Super Bowl in Roman numerals? Also, this King James 1611, that book is in Roman numerals. When you go back on the dollar bill, that's written in Latin. So why is that? Because it's nothing new under the sun. This is Rome all over again. I just wanted to make that a quick example of this video. It's nothing new under the sun.
Assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908.
And that's probably the same person. Most likely it is.
John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, 1939.
Come on now. What type of coincidence is that, man? And it lines up with the scripture that we just read in Numbers 14 and 18. Visiting the fathers and upon the children of third, fourth generation. 100 years. 3 generations is 75 according to their timeline. All right. In the scriptures, to me, I feel like generations is 35 years, because the Babylonian captivity from King David to the time of Yahushua was 14 generations, which is 490 years. And when you do from King David to Yahushua, 14 generations times 14 times 35 is 490. All right. So, and the Lord, sometimes he's not on the dot with his things, but sometimes he is, especially when it came down to the the time from Yahushua being basically from the time of the erecting of the second temple until the time of Yahushua dying on the cross. That was 483 years. But I'm going into a whole nother lesson. That's Daniel's 9:24 through 27. But the point that I'm making is that yeah. So they say generations is 25 years, and they could be right. You know what I'm saying? I say 35, but I'm just a man, But the point of this video, as you see, we understand that 25, 50, 75, 100, that's 4 generations. The Lord said he's going to visit those people into the third, fourth generation. So, could be 25. But yeah, so the point is that it's nothing new under the sun. This video is quick. Like I said, I just wanted to highlight the fact of reincarnation. All right. And how it's nothing new under the sun. And these same spirits come back. And you Edomites who say that wasn't me, that was my forefathers. You are your forefathers.
Both assassins were known by 3 names: John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald. Both names are comprised of 15 letters. President Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car named Lincoln, made by Ford. John Wilkes Booth ran to a theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before they could go to trial. And a week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe.
Hey, and like I said, that's a very, very interesting video, but also, only report on things that you could back up with the scripture. So hopefully this video is edifying, interesting, but it's scripture. Shalom.